smaller. Hallo und willkommen zu meiner Kanal. Ich bin Scaly too. Okay, sorry about that. I just wanted to speak German because I'm learning it, and also, I want to talk about while playing Roblox. What I call. Why does everyone say English is the hardest language? Have you noticed everyone that says that only speaks English? Well, I don't say this. So let's start. Yes, I have Roblox Plus. If you hear noise in the background, you don't hear anything but my voice, then that's probably good, but just so. I'm just going to do a test video after this, so I might as well watch this before I post. I don't care how long this video is anymore, because if it's past 15 minutes anymore, I already have a phone number. So, you know. So, oh yeah, okay. So why do people say English is the hardest language? I just don't get that. Think about it. Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. If you're a Spanish person, please tell me in the comments. Do you think, since, Spanish is your native language, it's easier for you, but when you try to learn English, how harder it is? Well, it should be easier for you, at least. And Germans, they speak English pretty well, actually, even though they're not native to it. They talk like they're natives, even though they don't act like it. Oh my gosh! This guy needs to eat a hamburger! Eat! Dude. Oh. Dude, I need this guy to eat a hamburger. Sorry about that. I, honestly don't get that. But, so, yeah. So, people say that English is the hardest language. Think about it. Okay, I know I told you about Spanish, but let's just say I got off track because, you know. By the way, you like my new hat. But okay, so let's get on to the point. Spanish has two types of words, basically, masculine and feminine. Which in other words mean that you reply either you either reply to a male like a certain way, or you reply like to a female. And then there's neutral words, probably. I don't know about anything about neutral in Spanish. I have no idea. In English, there's absolutely no neutrals, feminines, or masculines. In English, it's actually easy. Like, legit. So easy. Think about it this way. There's two types of the in Spanish. I don't know if noodles in there. I just know that there's two types of the. I only heard two types of the, but I don't even know them because I don't speak Spanish and I don't focus on Spanish. Me? I focus on English, which I am obviously learning because I'm not an adult yet. But I can immediately say to you, I can understand English 100%. Like, someone says something like that. But I know a few words. But I know English 100%. But can you officially say that? No. I'm just saying, if you officially call something that you know 100%, then that means you're native that language. But you could be 100% if you're not native too. So, let's talk seriousness right now. I'm making you think right now. Like, wait a minute. I've been always told English is the hardest language. I just been told by a friend, oh, English is the hardest language. I've been told this, so it must be true. No. I mean, English is the second easiest language besides Spanish. What? I don't believe that. Think about it this way. Maybe it might be easier for them. Maybe it's because they speak it faster and the more fluent they are. And they're used to that because when they're a baby, they're learning it. So, two types of those. I mean, two masculine and feminine in Spanish. So, that tells you a lot. But Germans, they speak German. They know instantly once they started after they, like, when they went into second grade, they learn English. So, fun fact about that, also, they learn English and German. I can't officially, like, legit. I'm learning German, I can learn it a little bit, then I forget, is it masculine, feminine, or neutral? I'm like, Hiefma? Whoa, which one is neutral? I mean, not neutral. Is there a neutral for Hifa? Or is it Heef? That might be neutral if you don't know. Maybe. I don't know about this. So, I don't know if it's like Hifa and Heef, Mia. I don't know if it's Hifa, Mia, when you're talking to a stranger. I have no idea on that. But there's three types of thus, which means in German, there's, okay, dir die das, or the three thus. In German, because there's feminine, neutral, and feminine, and so since there's three of them, masculine, feminine, I can't say stuff, but you get the point. So yeah, so if there is, sorry about this if I'm not musing and you're getting bored of this, it's because, you know, I'm trying to think and I just realized I can't really multitask that easily while doing a video. To be honest, I can't multitask. So, oh gosh, that was a voice crack. You think about that, in German has masculine, feminine, and neutral. Whoa! That is hard. Whoa! What? How is it possible you're still remembering this stuff, though, learning the language? Well, let's just say this. You say English is the hardest, but when you look up hardest languages on Google, it automatically picks Japanese and Chinese. Chinese is first, then second is Japanese. Chinese, I heard a bunch of people say this. I don't know about this because I don't speak Chinese, but you're learning it every day in your life, even before you die. I kind of doubt that. I mean, because there's so many roles. Or is that Polish? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there's so many roles in Polish. I know this for a fact that they actually just make up their own sayings and words because it's so confusing that they actually have to do that because they understand. So yeah, there's different dialects in Germany. So yeah, where am I going with this? Well, if there's three, and then there's so many hard things that they have to make up your own words in Polish, that's telling you that's so hard of a language, how do you even learn it? Like, are you actually learning the original, or is it so many rules that you can't remember it, so you're just making up your own words, and if you make up your own words after you learn whatever means what, are you just going to stack your own words like in German because you want to? Who knows? Like, legit. So, Japanese has a bunch of symbols. You have to master them, like Chinese. And it takes you ages to do that. Now. So, do you see, guys, my point right here? I'm definitely going into German now. Because there's three types of those. Because there's neutral, feminine, masculine, and so, where do you know this? Okay. You also like spotcha. Spotcha. And, okay, spotchen and spotcha. I'm pretty sure spotcha is what you're talking to your friend. I'm pretty sure that would be synonym, I don't know really. Because, I'm like, in German, you're talking to strangers, that's considered feminine? I don't know. Whatever. But, Spacha and Spartan, there's a difference. One, you're talking to your, a stranger, which a, stranger, you would say Spartan. So, Sprechen du, okay. Sprechen du Deutsch, which means, do you speak Spreche Sie Deutsch, excuse me there, which means, do you speak German? But if you say, Spreche du Deutsch, that just when you're talking to your friend saying, do you speak German? I actually, honestly, can see where people get confusing here. But honestly, who made it up, this myth? Maybe I'll be also explaining. Who made up the Christmas pickle hiding into a tree that's German? We all know that if you're from America. But if you're not from America and you're living in Germany, and you're listening to this video, or Austria maybe? I don't know. You probably heard of this myth before. It's a complete lie. It's like saying bratwurst is how you pronounce it in German. It's bratwurst. Bratwurst. Because W's are pronounced like V's in German, and V's are pronounced like F's, and F's are pronounced like F's, but Y's are pronounced like, J's are pronounced like Y's. So, also, German is actually higher when you're learning another language in English, is like the second highest type of power in learning instead of one. Dutch. Why is it easier than German? Why does it sound similar to Deutsch? And what does Deutsch mean? Deutsch means German, obviously, because Spreche du Deutsch. Spreche. Speak. Do. You. Deutsch. German. Makes sense, right? So, you see this. And Dutch is easier because it only has feminine and masculine. It's actually Old German, by the way, and it's in the Nederlands, which means Netherlands. I said Nederlands. I'm mixing English and German together, I guess. That might work, but I don't think everyone will understand. And Nederland, which means Netherlands. So, yes. When people say Holland, Holland's a place in the Netherlands. Why do they call it that? When they say they're from Holland, you automatically think Netherlands. But it is in the Netherlands. But Holland's in the Netherlands, though. Not the Netherlands. So, there's so many questions about this world. How did this even become? And what if the Bible, when it was interpreted to English, was it messed up? And obviously, it's probably translated from German, because German people made English. They went to the UK, which is the United Kingdom area, and then they made their own language. Why is it so different? Well, it's got evolved so much. So, Russian's even harder. And, like, one of the hardest. Russian is symbols only. Like, anyways, my friends that are learning Russian? Yes, I have a bunch of friends learning different languages. Okay, one of my friends is learning French. Ugh. A little bit, I guess. But his main language he wants to learn is German. And then I have another friend that's actually learning Japanese. I have another friend learning Japanese and also French and Irish. I want to say French. French. Oh god. Sorry guys, for the bad quality. Yeah. So. And then there's a bunch of symbols in. Yeah. So where did it go off? I don't know. Want to know why it's so confusing? Because languages are confusing. So, if you're saying English is harder, think about this more. What about Polish? It's so many rules in it that people actually make their own rules up. Doesn't mean that they're making their own dialect up, too. Is that why in Germany there used to be so many dialects? In Saxon, Hessen, Hamburg, what others? Oh, uh, yeah, like Lower Saxon and Hochdeutsch, which means High German, and they also said High Deutsch also. Similarities? I don't know. I got this off of a video, and also Low Deutsch, which means I forget how to say low in German, so oof, I don't even know how to say medium. And yeah. So think about this. There's so many dialects in Germany. You move to a different part of the country. Like if you're from Lower Germany, you wouldn't believe this, but it is so it was so hard. It was like a different language basically. I mean, like you couldn't understand them, but you know that they're speaking German because you're in Germany still, and also like if you a bunch of people speak in a different language in Germany when the most spoke in northern Germany is also Hochdeutsch. So if you're so they had to make up where you have to learn Hochdeutsch, in other words, High German. And so what do you think about that? Like that language was so confusing to people because of just a different dialect affected your accent and stuff. Like Hessen, I think is what it is. Hessen, something like that. Is a dialect in Germany. I'm like from Heisse or somewhere like that. Sorry. You're probably wondering what that is, but that was funny. As soon as that happened, it was 17 minutes in the video. Okay. Oh, by Heisen, they have lower voices in when they're saying stuff, and also they ooh with ooh or something like that. It's like very confusing if you went to there. If you spoke Hochdeutsch, High German, if I have to say that again, you'll probably memorize Hochdeutsch and when I say it, and you'll think High German. So I am learning Hochdeutsch because High German is actually the main German, in other words. Like all Germans understand you when you're saying it now because they learn that in that country. And yeah. If I were you guys, I would go on Duolingo because Duolingo really helps me a lot in learning German, and then watch a bunch of learning German videos. If you want to learn German, don't do this if you don't want to learn German. If you're bored, then I understand if you're trying to learn German. But if you really don't want to do it, don't do it. Do what you want to do. So, is English harder than any other language? Think about it. Think about it deeply. Like, compare English to Polish and what you heard from this. Take it seriously, because, like, some things I'm gonna mess up, but you get the point. I know for a fact about this stuff. It's such a Deutsch. I don't know how to say a little in German, but it's such a Deutsch. Nicht gut. Ja, alles klar. Yeah, that's all I can really say right now because there's nothing else to say without being confused. And if you want me to, I'll try to make a video on YouTube where I say all the German words I know so far. That's probably gonna be hard because I'll probably definitely forget a word or a bunch because think about them all at once is kind of hard, and then if you repeat one, it's like, oh, I said this earlier, or you maybe didn't realize until after the video, like me. So, if you want to go to Germany, you speak German, and you go to Netherlands, why is it so confusing? It's just like Old English. What? Old English. The language, not. It's just like High German and Hochdeutsch and the Old German. It's like what? So yeah, I don't know what to say anymore because it's just funny. So, Old English is very close to mainly German. But what? And when you look up at stuff like ish, which is I in German, which you can see I comes from ish. So, a lot of things in English I'm also gonna, because I don't know what else to say. Whew, I'm gonna speak more. It's just that like a bunch of words came from German, and so Old English is really English. You can consider it the same thing. Many words came from German back then, and it still is. Many of the words in English come from German, like computer and ish, which is I come from German. I know there's a bunch of other words that come from it, but that's only like 25%. So, what do you think? If you liked the video, the like button. If you want to, you can subscribe. It's your opinion. You could also dislike the video. I don't care. And also comment on this video, but you can't tell me that English is the hardest language after you discovered that there's so many rules in Polish that they have to make up their own language basically to speak, and they can understand it. In some languages, you can't even write on paper because they don't even know how to do that. Pennsylvania Dutch, or in other words, German that came from, like it's German that came from somewhere in Europe. Like that's what it is like, I'm pretty sure they speak Hochdeutsch, but then it's got messed up so many times because they're in America, they accidentally use some, because when they need a language, they might update it into mainly English. But they still speak it, like, all the time, but then after a while, then they learn English. So yeah, many of the people that are from, that are called Pennsylvania Dutch, like they speak, came from Hamburg, actually. So many of their dialects probably Hamburg. And you might run into someone that's not from Hamburg, but they speak Hochdeutsch. So, yeah, that's a few facts right there that I just told you. Can you guys think of what else I can do for videos? This was actually pretty fun video. See more. I know I'm acting like I'm about to leave, but am I? That's a real question. Yeah, you can just check the video. I don't know. So, Spanish is harder than English, but it's the most spoken in the world. But many people call the most spoken in the world easiest, but that's not true. So, I think it's hot in here. That's why I also keep freezing. I'm about to get a really thin shirt. Yeah. So yeah, I really hope you're enjoying this video. You, I don't even know what I was about to say. Okay. So, what do you think about me learning German? Do you want me to do any German videos? Guys, I'm serious about this. This is like a suggestion slash German, and if I do this anyways, like it's at the end, and it's not as much as what I was doing. So yeah, like put in the comments if you want me to do certain types of videos, and I'll start probably creating them if I can. I'll tell you if not in the comments if I have time, which I obviously will. So yeah, what do you think so far? Put in the comments now. And I got to tell you, the main reasons I also know this is because when you're learning a different language, it's also very confusing. But I think German is actually pretty fun learning. also why I think it's pretty cool. I think the Germany is pretty cool. Which they can call it fatherland, but that was like during World War II era. But you know, I still call it fatherland because of motherland. No, if you cut the joke, haha, you got a good job referencing countries. So sorry about the keep freezing, but I need to get drink water after this video because I've been speaking really fast, and I actually never speak this really fast, and I also normally don't talk this long. Well, I guess I'll be it. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.